Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive? Today we're going to be talking about something pretty wild.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one.
We're diving into this idea from the Counterlogic compass that change and even straight-up instability can actually be the keys to success.
Kind of goes against everything we think we know, right?
Totally. Like we're always told to look for stability, play it safe, all that.
Right.
But the book argues it's actually the opposite.
Yeah, embrace the chaos.
Exactly. We're talking chapters 33 through 36 here.
Yeah.
And, well, let's just say it might make you rethink a few things.
Yeah, you might want to grab a notebook for this one. A lot of good stuff coming up.
Okay, so chapter 33 is called The Stability of Change. Right off the bat, that title alone, it's like, whoa, hold on.
I know, right? It's like, how can change be stable?
Yeah. But the idea is that if you build systems, like in business or even in your own life, that are actually designed to evolve to roll with the punches.
Instead of trying to resist change.
Exactly. That's where you find real stability.
And it makes sense when you look at like businesses that have been around forever.
Oh, yeah, the ones that are still killing it.
It's because they're not afraid to adapt. They see change coming and they're like, bring it on.
Like those tech companies that are always updating their software, even if it drives us crazy sometime.
Right. It's annoying, but they're doing it to stay ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because in tech, if you're not changing, you're dying.
It's like survival of the fittest, but for ideas.
Exactly. And it's not just in the business world. Think about nature. Ecosystems that are diverse, that can adapt to change,
Yeah, those are the ones that survive.
thrive even, while the rigid ones, they crumble.
Which is a perfect segue to chapter 34, the strength of flexibility.
Ah, this is a good one.
Right. They use this analogy of a bamboo tree versus an oak tree in a hurricane.
Classic, but for a good reason.
The oak tries to stand strong, resist the wind, but it ends up snapping.
While the bamboo, it bends with the wind.
It's flexible. It goes with the flow and survives.
And that's the key, right? It's not about being unbreakable. It's about being able to adapt, to bend without breaking.
And I think that applies to, like, everything.
Oh, totally. Our careers, relationships, even just our own personal growth.
Yeah. Like, think about a company that refuses to change, that's stuck in its old ways.
They're the oak tree just waiting to get knocked down by the next big disruption.
But the companies that are flexible, that are willing to learn and evolve.
Those are the ones that not only survive, but thrive on change.
Okay, now get ready, because chapter 35 is where things get really trippy.
The stability of instability. Buckle up.
Yeah, when I first read that title, I was like, what is going on here?
Right. It sounds like a contradiction.
It does. But the chapter argues that chaos, like real instability, isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It's like, it's not just random. There's often a deeper pattern hidden within the chaos.
Like the stock market. It seems totally chaotic on the surface.
Right. All over the place.
But there are people who make a killing in the stock market.
Because they've learned to see the patterns, the opportunities within the chaos.
Exactly. So it's like, maybe instead of being afraid of uncertainty, we need to change how we see it.
Look for the potential within the unpredictable.
I love that. It's a whole different way of looking at the world.
And it sets us up perfectly for the last chapter we're talking about today, chapter 36, Unifying by Dividing.
Okay, another one that sounds like, how does that even work?
It's all about the power of specialization.
Okay.
Think of it like a surgical team. You got the surgeon, the anesthesiologist, the nurses. Everyone has their own specific role.
Right, they're all experts in their own area.
And because of that division of labor, they can work together seamlessly.
Yeah, like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly. And the result is a more unified, more effective team.
So it's like counterintuitive, right? Dividing tasks actually leads to greater unity and effectiveness.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
So what are some ways listeners can apply these principles?
It really depends on the individual situation, but some ideas might be identifying areas where they are resistant to change and exploring the potential benefits of embracing a more flexible approach, considering how specialization could enhance their team dynamics and lead to greater unity and effectiveness, and seeking out opportunities to leverage instability to their advantage by identifying patterns and opportunities within unpredictable situations.
I love it. It's like a whole new toolkit for navigating life's challenges. And if you want to dive deeper into these ideas, you know where to go. The Counterlogic Compass has got you covered.
It's available everywhere books are sold, or you can head over to counterlogiccompass.com.
Oh, and before I forget, we've got another mind-bending topic coming up next week. We're going to be talking about the power of thinking small.
That's right. Can aiming for smaller goals actually lead to bigger results?
You'll have to tune in next week to find out. But in the meantime, here's a little challenge for you. Think about one area of your life where you've been resisting change. Maybe it's at work, in a relationship, or even just a personal habit you've been meaning to break.
That you just haven't been able to let go of.
Exactly. Now ask yourself, what would happen if you embraced a more flexible approach? What opportunities might open up if you were willing to bend instead of break? Give it some thought and let us know what you discover. Until next time, keep exploring the counter logic.
And remember, sometimes the best way to move forward is to embrace the unexpected.
See you next week.
Bye, everyone.